Yeah. Alright, so first of all, I'm going to apologize that I'm back to this phone, but I'm not going to apologize because it's just so the thing said. Alright. Um, what I have figured out though is I'm going to stick to the iPhone X, something must call XR, I don't remember what the fucking thing name. Anyway, because the camera better and everything, but because it have a limited amount of memory, what I'm gonna have to do is just I decide I'm going to start editing as I go along, and I think that will help me too because it's just a lot of videos I take in. So I'm going to probably skip a day, but I'll always jump on and give you a little update. So the video is going to be really short now because I really just want to show you where I'm at and what I'm doing that this particular day. So I'm going to keep these little segments shorter so I can catch up on all the videos I've done. Yo, you know who this is? This is people. These are reefers that follow me, and I love them. You see, my phone pinging up because reefers all the time are sending me text messages and I help them a lot. That this particular young lady, I'm helping her in building her tank from scratch, and she just started her cycle a week ago. So if you hear the phone pinging, it's because I'm communicating with her. Anyway, so look at the tank. Um, hold on. So this thing is evolving in my mind. I just realizing that Jack is just unlocking little nuggets and secrets as we go along, and I'm discovering where this is going. Look here, you think this was planned? You all saw the journey of me getting here. I never planned to do this. No, today officially I announced on social media that I'm doing this and I'm filming it. So you will now know that if you are watching it and you saw me mention it on social media from back then, this is the day. What today? Today? Oh yeah. So today is April 20th, 2020. 20th of April. The duck, the geese them outside, quack, 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 and yo, fucking up, this one start, you know. And my door wide open because this is all we flex here. So, alright, so back to this now. Okay, so here what happened. Last night I couldn't sleep. You know why? I sit there last night and burning pure ganja and just looking at the tank. And I kept on asking myself the question. You know the question I keep on asking? Can I make this any simpler? And every time I ask myself that question, my mind does say, what the fuck are you thinking? How much simpler do you want it than this? But what that thought process did, that thought process took me along creating the different scenarios in my head of situations that probably could go wrong and how I would fix it. And this is where Jerry leaves, bring the vision back to me and say, look here, there is a reason why. I hate saying that reason why. Sorry, that is bad English, but I love to say bad English, but I know it's reason. I don't know why that come back to me because my English teacher always drilled that into me. There's no, it was a reason why. It's either why or a reason. Fuck it, the reason why is so good. Anyway, yes, you know, so I'm high. So going back to this now, the reason, but another reason I should say, the canister hasn't been installed because Judge just revealed to me and said, look here, if you cut up the pipe them right now, sure you can run the canister and solve pretty much 99% of what you think could go wrong. You saw how I packed the canister. I could just plug it in, boom, turn it on. But just said to me, but Rasta, I thought we're going to be conservative. Wouldn't you want to know what you're treating? And that's why the canister will always be a method of absolute last resort. Think about how you would fix what's going on from here, what could go wrong without having to go to that. If you go to that, let me tell you what is happening there. So this is no life support. That means something critical happened to you, or the world is about to fucking end. Because here's what I am thinking to myself now. I love being the Rasta Reefer because it's no one going to see me glide. Right now, if the place gets shut down, I can hold on a little longer because I got one more bucket of salt today. Last night, sitting down looking on the tank, burning ganja, I realized I had miscalculated my salt. Not that I don't have enough to continue filming this series. Yes, I have exactly enough and more to finish this series. But here's the problem. But what if something really, really, really go wrong? You know, like if that 50% flush, I never budget for that really. Well, sort of I did. Because of how I did the calculation with the gallons that them say it can do. But I call that the manufacturer's error anyways. In my head, I didn't budget for it. So, what I also didn't budget for is the fact that suppose I need to help out another reefer. Suppose another reefer out there have this prize fish that would just fit here. And you know his system is down. Nobody can take it. Pet shop them luck. I have to make sure that I can actually take care of another fish. That means I have to be able to put a fish through quarantine. That means I have to have extra salt to do that. So this is why I said, Bumbuckler, I need to get an extra bucket of salt. Just to deal with the unforeseen emergency, because remember, the canister is last resort, which means that I'm dependent on my biological water exchange and different ways in which I manipulate flow in the tank and aerate the tank. One of the things I'm making an additional change to is that this is going to be a positive pressure tank. So at the very top of it, I'm going to actually cover some more of it. So where I said 70% before, I'm actually going to cut that down. I have another glass sheet that's going to go on top of it. And that will further reduce the evaporation rate even more and allowing the salinity to stay a lot more stable. But even more so, the air, the filtered carbon air will now be backed up a lot more within that space. So as the water churns, it will have a greater contact time with the filtered air. But here's also the benefit of it, and this one hit me. I sort of thought of it, but I never knew. I have a flap here that I use, just lightly as me make this. You know, it's easy to access the tank. You see when you lift this up now, a breath of fresh air just hits you. I'm like, whoa. That's what's over this. So the air that's on the outside here, even with my door wide open, will not get a chance to come and settle in here because the tank is always breathing and pushing out. And so that's one of the changes I made that's going to actually make sure again, all of that is to make sure the purest air and the most, and this water is more saturated with oxygen because that's where the beneficial bacteria live. So that's one of the changes I made to it to make sure. And more you're going to see. So today, all I am doing is just the water change, and it's really just a scoop. I'll show you the measuring cup. I'm not going to bore you with showing you just the scoop on, scoop out. And down here storage. I promise that I will always show down here, so I'm going to show down here too. So, and the last thing, so I bought salt, and there's also one other thing I did buy, and boy, my pocket burned me today. But you know, at the end of the day, I said to myself, this is not about you, Ras. It's about the fish them. It's about these animals that we took responsibility for. So if you are sitting down there saying to yourself, well, I have a few months supply, I have X amount, because you are in a sense hoarding. You're hoping that shit get better before you run out. And that's what everybody is thinking. Everybody make a guesstimate for yourself and for your animals. I have made no more preparation for them than me. If I can survive by eating and living, if this door locked today, I have 2.5 buckets of salt, and I promise you, I can keep this fish tank here with these guys thriving for at least 2 years. Yeah, it's called tank gliding. That's what I'm now into. This is what I'm discovering. And so tonight it's just a little dosing of the biological water exchange. The hand feeding is such a beautiful thing. I'm going to removing now the glass top when I'm hand feeding. They're now coming up and eating out of my hand, and the fox face literally pushes it up, and you see the coloration on it. Oh my god, and the light when it hit it, because I run in the lunar lights. Last night I sat there at the tank, I could not take my eyes off just how the lunar lights and how just the ambient room light and seeing the tank in just a whole new different perspective has just awakened me to a new experience with this tank, and obviously them me too. That same way, I feel a connection growing. Them just coming up and eating out of my hand. I saw I never filmed that, but I will do it throughout the series. That there are no this morning when I was feeding the seaweed, I literally held it right above, and both of them, even the clownfish, come right up and was just pulling on it. The day before, them still on the bottom, they would never come close to it and have to throw it away. I'm surprised that them come today. And so the connection with the animals is going to grow and you're going to notice things. And so when you keep your tank clean and pristine, this system can work. This is the 9-month series. So thanks for following. And I just cut off. Oh, yes. What else am I buy? Why my pocket bun me? I almost forget. Why? So ganja. So I ask myself now, well, what if the wave pump go down? If I want to replicate the flow, here's what you do. I have the core 15. It don't need to connect to the canister. It can run in line. And so this is why John was saying, don't cut up the pipe them yet. You have more than enough. This to plumb the canister with the plumbing running all the way down and giving like a whole heap of excess and overlap. It was like 20 feet comfortably. I think I have about 25 feet of pipe. So I said, don't cut it up yet. You will know how to adjust and cut your pipe based on what is going on. It's like going to the hospital and I'm giving you IV. Them don't stick no rigid IV into your hand. It's a flexible tube with very minimal flow controls. But there is a flow control on it. That's why I have the flow meter. That's all it is. I have to control the flow. Once I can control the flow and give it that high aeration, and you see the micro bubbles at the top, how it break up. If you see underneath the tank, the surface is crystal clear. There is no oil slick or nothing like that, and I'm feeding frozen. I'm feeding exactly what I would have fed, but a little bit less. Because for now, for instance, the feeder just dump whatever food it would dump in there. Now, I'm taking out the pellets and I'm putting them in my hand middle and counting them. And I'm dropping them in, I'm watching them eat it. Oh, you missed that one. Alright? And that's how I feed them, just like that. And I get to feel them and know so I don't overfeed the tank. You have to take this time. And then you're going to get to know the fish. And you'll know the balance. There's no algae going on this glass. This tank is good. From I clean it, when I pull the tank down 2 weeks later, and yes, because you're going to say the light is off. Sun coming through the window. Springtime. Summertime is coming here. You know, I'm in Canada, you know what that means? We have some long fucking days. 10 or 11 o'clock you look through the window and the sun is still shining. We're going to see. So, this is why this is going to be a wonderful 9-month series. Thanks for following. I think that's what I wanted to do. Every fucking time I'm telling you I'm leaving and forget to tell you what else I'm a pocket bun me. This is not too bad. I'm going to show you and I'm going to laugh. Them already laughing at me at work, you know. There's the one cashier. And she said to me, again. Because every time I go there, you know, I tell her, I'm finished now. No more, this is it. She looked at me and she said, right. So, but I have to admit, and this is the place I came to today. I make no apologies for this. No, I don't make no apologies. It's not like, you know, I feel no guilt, no remorse, or no shame. This to give the best that you can give to those that you have in your care. And I know every animal have connection with another animal, you know? And it's not every animal connect with every animal. It's not every human being going like puss and dog, and some will like dog, don't like puss. We know. And so you must know which ones connect best with you and give them your all. Me Me have been a water boy from a long time. These are the ones I connect best with. I miss Ras Zeusy, Senegal parrot. I still have a lot of videos I watch every now and then with him. I've moved this cage finally. This was a part of the renewing and the change. You know, mourning him took a while, and the cage was just sitting there empty. And every time the kids come, we all remembered him, and sounds would come back. So I thank Jeff for that experience, because that experience of watching and learning animals has played out now. Because you just sit down and you watch them, and I tell you, the colors in them. So let me show you the a little bit closer, and let me see if it's in here. Yes. So what if my wave pump go down? Well, I look at it this way, and this is what I call reasonable versus rasta redundancy. Of the core 15, I can simply connect the pipe, and I have the Floval FX6 output with the dual output. I already have all of those fittings and everything already. Right down, put down. You're going to see me lay it out over the weekend. I just took a break from that, because I already know I mapped it out in my head already. So I'm going to just go through, mark up the pipes and lay out everything so I know, and I'm going to just reserve a space on my desk and just leave it there so I know. And depending on the emergency, whether I need to run the canister, or I need to just run the pump, or I need to run the canister empty, or with a certain type of media, so I can take out that, and I have spare media. So I have, I think I did show you this in the last video, did I? Maybe I did not show you this in the last video. I thought I did. But sorry for coming off camera, but right now I wonder where I put it, because I don't see what I don't see what I'm looking for. And I normally keep it right here, so just give me 2 seconds. If I don't find it right now, I'm just gonna pause the video. And so I don't get through this foolishness. So where's something there? This is alright, so let me pause the video, and I think I want to show you this. I'm going to go look for it.